Hello, this is Victor for Sunday, May 7th, and let's take a quick look at what the charts are telling us. Here we're looking at the weekly, and this is the Dow, DIA, and as you can see, we've got a down candle here, and we're back within the trading triangle here, which is kind of bearish. RSI 2 is still pointing down, so we could potentially have further downside going further down. We do have a high up here, this resistance here, and we will have some major support down here and down at the bottom of this triangle formation. So for what I see here, we still could see some more potential downside going in to the next few weeks on the Dow. Let's go over to the SPY. Oh, going back to the Dow, almost forgot to mention the bearish engulfing candle. Candle is engulfing this week's green candle, so that is also very bearish as well. Plus we got the divergence signal here still. It's still in play, and it's still playing out, going down to the downside. Okay, now going to the SPY, we've got a formation of the tweezer bottom candle here, and typically then indicates that we could see a potential upside for maybe a week or two. So this is, and at the same time we have the RSI pointing downward, so it may continue turn around and try to head up, and I wouldn't be surprised that we may see a divergence where this candle will be going higher and the RSI is going to stay lower. So that's something to keep an eye on. Now what's our upside here? Well, we can head back up to this double top here, or if things look very well for the bulls, we can get all the way up to this line over here. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to go on up here. So just keep an eye. Double tweezers, we potentially may get a bounce. If we, I do have the 2-week EMA line here, as you can see. If we start trading above it to close, then there's a good chance that we're going to be heading up to this area here. But for now, I'm staying neutral. Going into the Qs. We still have that divergence play in here going on. Stock price trading sideways here. If we do get a good pop, it'll probably be going up to this area here, this resistance. That'll be our next target. If we pull back, our support's going to be down in this area as well. So right now, we'll have to see if this divergence if it is going to play out. If we do get an upside here, this RSI with the divergence, this will head up higher and they'll cancel this divergence signal. So we'll have to watch and see. We are still above the 2-week EMA line, so we still potentially have a chance of heading up higher. IWM, the weakest of them all. You can see it still has that bearish flag formation. RSI 2 still pointing going down. We did hit support down here on the bottom of this trend line. Since we got a triangle down in here, we'll see if we could break above it or probably bounce up to the top of this red trend line and then pull back. So right now we're under the 2-day EMA, so that's weakness right now. So we'll see what next week, if we can break above it and maybe get to this line here, maybe even for this week, and see what the rest of the market's saying. Going into silver, we have a double top, something to be concerned of. We do also have a divergence signal here, so if it closes below the 2-day EMA, there's a chance it's going to pull back down over here, down in this area. Going to gold, We also have a divergence signal on the RSI. And we are above the 2 EMA line, so we may potentially trade a little higher, maybe, or start closing below it. So, especially with the divergence here, there's a better chance that we're going to be visiting down this area over here for gold. Going into oil, we are now in the oversold area, so we want to look for a potential bounce, close above the 2 EMA to consider to maybe possibly go up. Keep in mind we are still in the downtrend in the bigger picture, so if we do get a bounce, it could be possibly a double top, something to keep an eye on. Or if we continue to go down, we have this green line here as support in this area. So right now, just look for a bounce. And then finally, going into Bitcoin, trading below the 2 MA. We're still in the center here, so it's not oversold. Keep an eye on it. Maybe once we get down to this trend line, as long as we stay above it and have this down in this area, it may be worth getting into. That's it for now. Thank you.